All right. Do you think that undocumented immigrants should be incorporated into the United States, or should they be deported back to their country of origin? Ultimately, I feel like if we were able to get a control over this, um, over the flow of immigrants from the U.S. Mexican border and be able to totally control it, then I would say yes, we can just put a stop to the flow of immigrants and just incorporate all the undocumented immigrants that we have right now into society. I think that we should incorporate people into society more than exclude them. However, on the other hand, I do feel like that would be possibly sending the wrong message, saying that it's okay to break the law and it's okay to, you know, ignore the law, break the law. It's okay, but it's not okay. And why should people receive a benefit for breaking the law? Um, if this was another type of crime, then it probably wouldn't be as big of an issue. But unfortunately, it is a big issue, and I didn't know that it was such a big issue. Illegal or undocumented immigrants and illegal immigration was a big issue. Um, until I say the last, I don't know, maybe sometime in college or maybe sometime at the end of high school, I found out that it was a big issue. Um, but unfortunately, I believe that this has been going on for a while, except for now that like the undocumented immigrants are staying in the United States more than just coming, getting their money, and going. And some people have thought about implementing a sort of a worker visa guest pass type of situation where they'll just give workers passes to come into the United States and do some work and then leave. But the thing is, they don't. People are saying that they're not going to leave. They tried this in Europe, I believe. Germany tried this and it didn't work. Um, the immigrants wind up staying, and I guess that created an issue for some people. But ultimately, my thing is, if we can get the flow of illegal immigration or the flow of undocumented immigrants under control, then sure, let's incorporate everyone into society. But if we can't get the flow under control, then I don't think that incorporating people into society would be sending the right message. Um, but it's such a complicated issue, though. It's a lot of factors that go into this. Um, Unfortunately, some people feel like they've earned their keep because they've done so much work, although they were paid for it. But then again, some people were paid under the table and below minimum wage. And some people saying they don't pay their taxes, but they're saying that some do pay their taxes. And then some people say that they're a drain on the system. And then some people say they don't really use the system. It's really complicated. Um, Ultimately, I think that the way that this country is going now, I think they're just going to try and incorporate people more than exclude people because that is the popular thing to do, and people want to get votes. And I think more and more, like family members of illegal or undocumented immigrants are becoming more and more of a voting bloc for people. And I feel like there's a bit of an elephant in the room, unfortunately, when it comes to undocumented immigrants, because I feel like usually when people think of undocumented immigrants or illegal immigrants, they think of people from Mexico, and that is true. A lot of people do come from Mexico, but there are other people from other countries. But I do believe that that's a big chunk of the flow of illegal immigration or undocumented immigrants. and also like Central America in general, but definitely Mexico because it is such a close connection to the United States. I mean, it's really easy, apparently, because a lot of people have been doing it. But hey, it's such a complicated issue, and I'm sure it's going to take probably a whole lot of legislation and research to address the issue. Um, but hey, ultimately, I think that the powers that be want illegal immigration because it's cheap and like it's really cheap labor and it's the next best thing to like slavery. So um, ultimately, that's my take on it. What do you think?